So when my parents found out that they were going to be having me, the doctor told them that I was going to be diagnosed with Down syndrome. My parents were very confused, worried, and upset, and unsure of how to handle it, but they had decided that no matter what, they would love me and deal with it. My mom went a couple months later and got tests done, and they found out that the test came back negative and I was going to be a healthy baby girl. From then on, my mom called me her delicate little flower. That's the flower. So the roots of who I am today is Christ. I have grown up in the church my whole life. My family they're all Christians, and I've learned through Christ how to be strong and make a positive impact on others, and how to just let the light shine through me and just be full of life. The stem of who I am today is my family. My family is all very crazy and silly. In this picture, it was actually 2011, which was a couple years back, but we're still just as crazy and wild as ever. My family is my rock. They support me in absolutely everything that I do, whether it's sports, academics, or just being a really cool person. Over here I have a picture of my brothers and I. Eric has a different last name than me. He is Eric Moore. We have two different dads. We are also 8 years apart, so picture little me and big him, and he's always picked on me, and I still remember the time when we were home alone and we have an apple tree, and he went, grabbed an apple, and just chucked it at me, and I still remember the feeling of knocking down to the ground and crying, and him bribing me with money not to tell my mom. Never worked. But we're a lot closer now that he's moved out. Shane is now old enough to where I can talk to him as an actual person. He's not gross and weird anymore. He's my buddy. He's definitely the daredevil of the family. And he is an amazing engineer. He loves to build things, and I can see him being very successful one day. The petals are things that are important to me and who I am. Up here is a picture of my friends and I. My friends are just a bunch of crazy girls. We are serious 1% of the time and crazy 99% of the time. But it doesn't matter whether it's running, cross country, basketball, or school, they're always supporting me in everything that I do, and we have similar interests, so that helps a lot. Two of my friends that really stand out are Caitlin and Kylie. Caitlin and Kylie moved here in 4th grade from Wynn, and they have been my best friends ever since. I've always looked up to them, whether it's sports, academics, or just being a really awesome person. They're natural at absolutely everything they do, and I've always wanted to be like them. And they have taught me to strive to be my best, and that I have the strength to be just as good as them. Kylie on the left is my comic relief. She is one of the funniest people I've ever met, if not the funniest. She's crazy, but I can also always talk to her about anything, and she'll give me her honest opinion and always be there for me. Caitlin on the right is kind of a nut. She's silly and weird, but she's super laid back, and I think everybody needs a Caitlin in their life to just calm them down, especially when they're as crazy as I am, so I love them both. Down here is a picture of kids. I love kids, and I can't wait to have my own someday. Up here on the screen are JT on the left in the elf suit, and Maddie in my lap, and then my little brother Shani. This was at Christmas time. My little cousin Maddie, she's just a ray of sunshine, but she's also a little ball of fire. She is super sassy, and I would like to say she gets that from me, probably. JT is very awkward, and he will never be an athlete, but he is a total genius. He's the smartest person in his class, way ahead of everybody else, and sometimes I feel like he knows more than I do. He's got this little walk that he does where he'll hunch over like this and take really fast steps like this, and he's just really unique and special. Over here I have a picture of Hannah and Luke. They are two of my favorite kids. Luke is just happy all the time, and every time he sees me, he runs up to me and says, "Rachie!" and it's just the cutest thing ever. Hannah is silly and crazy and always yelling and being wild, but she makes sure that everybody knows that I'm her Rachie, not their Rachie, and I just think it's so cute. This is a picture of my bedroom. On the left I have my dresser, and then my closet, which is super small because I'm in the upstairs, so my house is kind of slanted like that. Then there's my trinkets, my bed, and my TV. Down here I have a picture of myself running. I run cross country, the 400 and the 800 in track. This picture is actually me running the 400 in track. I have grown a huge passion for running, and it is my favorite thing to do, and I just love it. Dominic, actually, Hannah and Luke's dad, was my 8th grade coach, and he has taught me how to just be strong and keep pushing to be my best, and I think that's how I've gotten to be as good as I have. Up here I have a picture of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, some people love him, some people don't. My good friend Katie doesn't like him because she thinks he looks creepy. I disagree. I love Michael Jackson. If I had to pick 2 of my favorite songs by him, it would be Dirty Diana and Smooth Criminal. I also love listening to 80s and 90s music as well as today's hits. I can pretty much jam to anything. Over here on the far right is a picture of myself being crazy as always. I did a World War I video in Mr. Hollowell's class my freshman year, and I was the star of the video, unfortunately, and it represents my personality pretty well. I'm kind of crazy and wild and outgoing, but my friends are what keep me held down and able to be in public. Over here is a picture of my mom. My mom is the most important person in my life. She is beautiful inside and out. She is a huge role model for me. No matter whether it's coming to all my cross-country meets or tucking me into bed every single night still when I'm 16, she's just always going out of her way to do things for me. My mom, if she can't come to a track meet or a cross-country meet or a basketball game, she's almost in tears because she can't be there like all of the other parents, and she's just an amazing person, and I hope to be as good of a mom and daughter or wife as she is someday. Down here is a picture of my dad. My dad, we kind of have a little bit of a rocky relationship, but he's always going the extra step, going out of his way to do that special thing for me, whether it be get me another owl for my owl collection, or as in this picture, get me flowers on my 16th birthday. He's just always trying to make me happy and just see me smile. And I hope to find someone that cares about me one day as much as he cares about my mom. So that's me.